Seniors, avoid these 5 ingredients. They promote muscle loss without you noticing. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It sneaks up on you, slowly and silently. And for many people, especially those over 40, it's not just about aging, it's about what's hiding in their kitchen. Everyday foods, common ingredients, things you wouldn't even think twice about eating. But here's the truth. Certain additives, oils, and chemicals can silently sabotage your muscles, making you weaker, slower, and more prone to injuries even if you're staying active. In this video, we'll show you the ingredients that could be causing hidden muscle loss, and more importantly, how to spot them and swap them out to keep your body strong and energized. Before we dive in, drop a comment below and let us know how long you've been on your health journey. We read every single one. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss important health tips that help you stay stronger, longer. Now, let's talk about the muscle-wrecking ingredients you need to avoid. 1. Hydrogenated oils. For decades, hydrogenated oils were marketed as a breakthrough in healthy eating. Products like margarine, vegetable shortening, and countless packaged snacks proudly wore labels like cholesterol-free or heart-healthy, convincing millions of people they were making smarter choices. But behind those promises was a hidden danger. Hydrogenated oils are made by forcing hydrogen gas into liquid vegetable oils under high pressure, a process that transforms them into solid fats. This made food last longer on store shelves and gave it a rich, satisfying texture, but it also created something far more harmful: trans fats. Once inside the body, trans fats quietly cause damage that most people never feel happening until it's too late. One of the biggest ways they hurt you is by triggering chronic, low-grade inflammation. This kind of inflammation isn't the obvious, swollen kind you can see or feel. It's silent. It creeps through your muscles, interfering with the body's natural repair systems. Over time, this slow-burning inflammation weakens muscle fibers, makes recovery slower after exercise, and quietly promotes a condition called sarcopenia, the gradual, devastating loss of muscle mass that sneaks up with age. It doesn't stop there. Trans fats also disturb the way your body handles insulin, a hormone that plays a critical role in moving nutrients into your cells. When your cells stop responding properly to insulin, your muscles can't absorb the amino acids they need to stay strong and rebuild. In short, your muscles begin to starve, even if you're eating plenty of protein. At the same time, hydrogenated oils can upset important hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, both of which are vital for maintaining muscle strength, energy, and stamina as you age. And with damaged mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your muscle cells, even simple tasks can start feeling harder, slower, and more exhausting. The scary thing is, you won't necessarily feel any of this happening at first. You might just notice that your workouts feel harder, or that you're getting weaker without really knowing why. You might blame it on getting older, on stress, or just being tired. But deep down, your muscles are struggling, robbed of the support they need to stay strong and healthy. Even worse, hydrogenated oils are hiding in foods many people eat every single day. They're not just in donuts and French fries. They lurk in microwave popcorn, frozen pizzas, crackers, coffee creamers, and even some brands of peanut butter and granola bars. Sneaky food labels make things harder to spot. Even if a package claims zero trans fat, it's legally allowed to contain small amounts if the serving size is small enough, meaning those hidden trans fats can still add up fast and cause real damage over time. The good news is that once you know about this, you can take action. You don't need to give up all fats. Your muscles actually thrive when you give them the right kinds of healthy fats. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and even moderate amounts of natural butter from grass-fed cows can all nourish your muscles and protect your heart at the same time. Switching to real, whole food fats helps lower inflammation, improves circulation, and gives your body the raw materials it needs to heal and stay strong. Adding foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like wild salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts, can even help slow down muscle loss and support better energy production at the cellular level. So if you want to hold on to your strength, your energy, and your vitality well into your later years, it's time to start reading those labels carefully and cutting out hydrogenated oils wherever you can. It's one of the simplest, most powerful steps you can take to protect your muscles and your future. 2. Artificial sweeteners. We've all seen the bright pink, yellow, and blue packets at coffee shops and restaurants, promising a guilt-free way to satisfy our sweet tooths without the calories. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose were once hailed as the ultimate solution to weight gain and sugar cravings. For years, they were marketed as miracle substances that could help people curb their sugar intake while still enjoying the sweetness they crave. But what if I told you that these sweeteners may not just be harming your waistline, but also your muscles, and you may not even realize it? When you consume artificial sweeteners, the first thing that happens is that your body gets tricked. Artificial sweeteners are much sweeter than regular sugar, but they don't contain any calories. So your brain, thinking it's getting the sugar it craves, signals your body to release insulin, the hormone responsible for moving glucose into your cells. But here's the catch. There's no sugar coming. The insulin rushes to the cells expecting to deal with a glucose influx that never arrives. Over time, this constant tricking of the body can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where your body can't use insulin properly anymore. Insulin resistance is closely linked to muscle loss because it interferes with how your muscles absorb the nutrients they need to repair and grow. Essentially, your muscles get starved of the energy they need to stay strong. But the damage doesn't stop there. Artificial sweeteners also have a sneaky impact on your gut health, and your gut plays a huge role in how your muscles function. Studies have shown that consuming artificial sweeteners can disrupt the balance of healthy bacteria in your gut, leading to what's known as gut dysbiosis. This condition can cause inflammation throughout the body, and we already know that inflammation is a muscle killer. When the gut becomes inflamed, your body's ability to process nutrients efficiently is compromised, and that affects everything from muscle repair to energy levels. Without the right balance of gut bacteria, your body can't absorb the nutrients it needs to support muscle function, and muscle loss can accelerate over time. The most worrying part, you might not even feel these changes happening. You won't necessarily notice when your muscles start to shrink or your recovery after exercise becomes slower. But over time, the consistent use of artificial sweeteners can contribute to a gradual breakdown of muscle mass, especially if you're not getting the nutrients your muscles need to stay healthy. These sweeteners also seem to mess with your hunger signals, increasing your cravings for more sweets and processed foods. This can lead to overeating, especially of foods that are low in nutritional value but high in calories. The more you consume, the more likely you are to gain fat instead of lean muscle, making it even harder to maintain a toned physique as you age. The sneakiest part of artificial sweeteners: they often appear in places you'd never expect. You might think you're doing your body a favor by swapping sugar with sugar-free gum or diet sodas. But those drinks and snacks are filled with artificial sweeteners that are silently sabotaging your muscle health. Even foods labeled low-calorie or sugar-free might contain these additives, leaving you unaware of their hidden effects. Instead of reaching for these chemical substitutes, consider natural alternatives that will still satisfy your cravings without sabotaging your muscles. Honey, stevia, or maple syrup are all natural sweeteners that don't have the same negative impact on your insulin sensitivity or gut health. They still contain calories, but they also come with added nutrients and antioxidants that can support your body rather than damage it. So the next time you reach for that packet of sweetener, ask yourself, is it really worth it? The price of artificial sweeteners might be higher than you think, especially when it comes to the health of your muscles. 3. Alcohol. Many people enjoy an occasional drink, and in moderation, alcohol can be part of a social or relaxing experience. However, when consumed in excess, alcohol can wreak havoc on your muscles and hinder your ability to build or maintain muscle mass. The impact of alcohol on muscle mass is often underestimated because the effects are not immediately obvious. Unlike a workout injury or nutrient deficiency, muscle loss caused by alcohol can be gradual, making it harder to spot. Over time, this can lead to noticeable decreases in muscle mass, strength, and overall physical performance. One of the most crucial factors for muscle growth is muscle protein synthesis, MPS, the process by which the body repairs and builds muscle fibers after exercise. Alcohol interferes with this process, reducing the ability of muscles to recover and grow stronger. Even moderate drinking has been shown to decrease MPS, and when this process is impaired, it can result in slower recovery times and decreased muscle mass over time. Essentially, when alcohol is present in the system, the body prioritizes breaking down the alcohol over muscle repair, which ultimately slows down your progress. Excessive alcohol consumption can also disrupt important hormones that play a critical role in muscle growth, such as testosterone and growth hormone. These hormones are responsible for stimulating muscle repair and growth, and alcohol has been shown to lower their levels in the body. Chronic alcohol abuse, in particular, can lead to significant drops in testosterone, making it more difficult to gain or maintain muscle. Testosterone is essential for maintaining muscle mass and strength. So when alcohol disrupts its production, your muscles can begin to shrink over time. Drinking alcohol in excess can also deplete your body of important nutrients that are essential for muscle health. For instance, alcohol can deplete magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins, key nutrients that support muscle function, recovery, and overall health. Without these nutrients, your muscles are at a disadvantage and may struggle to recover from workouts or maintain strength. This depletion can leave you feeling fatigued and hinder your ability to perform at your best, which further impacts muscle mass. Another issue with alcohol consumption is dehydration. Alcohol is a diuretic, meaning it increases urine production and can lead to dehydration. Dehydration can severely affect muscle performance, leading to cramping, weakness, and fatigue. When your muscles don't have enough water to function properly, it becomes more difficult to exercise effectively and build muscle. Additionally, alcohol can lead to imbalances in important electrolytes like potassium and sodium, which are necessary for proper muscle contraction. This imbalance can further contribute to muscle cramps and diminished performance during workouts. Additionally, quality sleep is essential for muscle recovery, as it's during sleep that your body releases growth hormone and undergoes much of the muscle repair process. Alcohol, particularly when consumed in large amounts, disrupts the sleep cycle. It can interfere with both the quality and duration of deep sleep, reducing the time your body has to repair and regenerate muscle tissue. This ultimately hampers your muscle recovery process and can contribute to muscle loss. Poor sleep also leaves you feeling tired and less motivated to work out, creating a vicious cycle that is hard to break. If you're someone who enjoys a drink, it's not about eliminating alcohol from your life completely, unless advised by a doctor, but rather drinking responsibly and in moderation. The key to minimizing the impact of alcohol on your muscle health lies in moderation and being mindful of its effects on your body. One way to minimize the damage is to limit alcohol consumption to the recommended guidelines. For men, this is no more than 2 drinks per day, and for women, it's no more than 1. Drinking in moderation can reduce the negative effects on muscle mass and overall health. Staying hydrated is another essential step. If you do drink alcohol, make sure to stay hydrated by drinking water alongside alcoholic beverages. This can help combat the dehydration effects and prevent muscle cramps. In addition, focusing on nutrient-dense foods can provide the necessary vitamins and minerals to support muscle health. Magnesium, zinc, and B vitamins are particularly important, so ensure that your diet includes foods rich in these nutrients. Another tip is to prioritize post-workout nutrition. If you do drink, try to avoid doing so immediately after a workout. Your muscles are primed for repair and growth after exercise, and alcohol can interfere with this process. Instead, opt for a balanced post-workout meal or shake with protein and carbs to maximize muscle recovery. Lastly, ensuring that you get enough rest is crucial. Alcohol can disrupt your sleep, so make sure you're getting enough rest on the nights you drink. This will give your muscles the recovery time they need to repair and grow. By being mindful of how alcohol impacts your body and making small adjustments, you can protect your muscles and maintain a strong, healthy physique. Remember, moderation is key, and small changes can make a big difference in your muscle health over time. 4. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are one of the most common culprits when it comes to promoting muscle loss without you even realizing it. These carbs are found in many processed foods, from sugary breakfast cereals and pastries to white bread and pasta. The reason refined carbs are so problematic for muscle maintenance is that they undergo a process that strips away the majority of their nutrients, including fiber, vitamins, and minerals. This leaves behind a high glycemic load that can wreak havoc on your body over time. When you consume refined carbohydrates, they are quickly broken down into sugar in the bloodstream, causing a spike in insulin levels. This rapid increase in insulin is part of your body's natural response to high blood sugar, but it has a downside. Over time, consistently high insulin levels can lead to insulin resistance, a condition in which your muscles become less responsive to insulin. Since insulin is crucial for transporting glucose and amino acids into your muscle cells, two essential components for muscle growth and repair, insulin resistance severely impairs your body's ability to rebuild muscle after exercise. But the problem doesn't end with insulin. Refined carbohydrates are also linked to inflammation. When inflammation is high, your body starts breaking down muscle tissue to fuel the inflammatory response. This is especially problematic if you're trying to build or maintain lean muscle mass. High inflammation, fueled by excess sugar and refined carbs, can significantly reduce your ability to recover from workouts, and over time, lead to a decrease in muscle mass. In addition to promoting insulin resistance and inflammation, refined carbohydrates often lead to blood sugar crashes. After the initial spike in blood sugar, you may experience a rapid decline, leaving you feeling sluggish and tired. This is where things get tricky for your muscles. When your blood sugar drops, your body looks for quick sources of energy, and it may start to break down muscle tissue for fuel. This is a dangerous cycle because it can lead to catabolism, where your body breaks down muscle for energy instead of using fat as fuel. The more refined carbs you consume, the more likely it is that this catabolic process will kick in, leading to the loss of lean muscle over time. Another concern with refined carbohydrates is their poor nutritional profile. These foods provide little in the way of nutrients that are essential for muscle health, like vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Instead, they are often loaded with empty calories, which can make it easier to overeat without providing any meaningful support for your body. This can lead to weight gain in the form of fat rather than muscle, further compounding the issue of muscle loss. Your muscles need high-quality nutrients to thrive, and refined carbs simply don't provide what's necessary for muscle building and maintenance. So, what can you do to avoid the muscle-depleting effects of refined carbohydrates? The key is to switch to whole food alternatives that are rich in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. For example, instead of reaching for white bread, try whole grain or sprouted grain bread, which retains more of its natural nutrients. Swap sugary cereals for oatmeal or whole grain options, and choose pasta made from whole wheat, quinoa, or chickpeas. These foods have a much lower glycemic index, meaning they raise blood sugar levels more slowly and help keep your insulin levels steady. Additionally, incorporating more lean proteins like chicken, fish, and legumes, and healthy fats like avocado, nuts, and olive oil into your meals can provide the steady energy your muscles need without the crashes that come from refined carbs. These nutrient-dense foods are not only better for your overall health, but also help support muscle growth and recovery after exercise. In conclusion, refined carbohydrates might seem harmless at first glance, but they can silently contribute to muscle loss by affecting your insulin sensitivity, increasing inflammation, and causing blood sugar fluctuations. By cutting back on these processed carbs and choosing whole, nutrient-rich alternatives, you'll be giving your muscles the best chance to grow, repair, and thrive. Your body will thank you in the long run, and you'll see a noticeable difference in both your energy levels and your muscle tone. 5. vegetable oils, canola, soybean, and corn oil. While vegetable oils like canola, soybean, and corn oil are often touted as healthier alternatives to animal fats, their effects on your muscle health might surprise you. These oils are commonly found in processed foods, restaurant dishes, and even household cooking. But as healthy as they seem on the surface, their impact on muscle mass and overall body composition could be undermining your efforts to maintain muscle and strength. So, how exactly do vegetable oils contribute to muscle loss? Omega-6 fatty acids are a type of polyunsaturated fat that is essential for our health in small amounts. However, when consumed in excess, they can contribute to muscle loss and a range of other health issues. These fats are abundant in vegetable oils such as corn oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, and canola oil, and are often found in processed foods, packaged snacks, and fried foods, making them sneaky culprits in many diets. The problem arises when omega-6 fatty acids are consumed in large quantities, which is common in modern diets, especially those rich in processed and fried foods. Omega-6 fatty acids are pro-inflammatory, meaning they promote the production of substances in the body that can trigger inflammation. While some inflammation is necessary for recovery and healing, chronic inflammation, driven by an overconsumption of omega-6, can wreak havoc on your muscles, joints, and overall health. When your body is in a constant state of inflammation, it starts to break down muscle tissue as part of the inflammatory process. This means that consuming high amounts of omega-6 fatty acids, especially without balancing them with omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, can lead to an imbalance in your fat intake that promotes muscle breakdown rather than muscle building. The excess omega-6 can interfere with muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your muscles rebuild and grow stronger after exercise. As a result, you might find it harder to gain muscle, or worse, you may even lose muscle mass over time. Muscle protein synthesis is crucial for maintaining and growing muscle tissue, so any disruption in this process will directly impact your muscle health. Chronic inflammation caused by excess omega-6 also contributes to insulin resistance, which we've mentioned as a problem for muscle health. When your body becomes resistant to insulin, it can't effectively absorb the nutrients needed for muscle growth, including glucose and amino acids. The end result is slower recovery time after workouts, a decrease in overall strength, and a greater likelihood of losing muscle mass. Moreover, omega-6 fatty acids are often found in highly processed foods that are nutrient poor. These foods provide little in the way of vitamins, minerals, or protein, all of which are essential for maintaining muscle health. While these foods may be rich in fat, the fat isn't the healthy kind that supports muscle building or overall wellness. Instead, it works against your body's ability to maintain muscle mass, as it doesn't provide the essential nutrients that support muscle growth and repair. The solution lies in achieving balance. It's essential to reduce your intake of omega-6 fatty acids while simultaneously increasing your intake of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s have the opposite effect of omega-6s. They're anti-inflammatory, meaning they help reduce the harmful inflammation that omega-6 fatty acids promote. Incorporating more omega-3 rich foods like salmon, mackerel, chia seeds, and walnuts into your diet can significantly benefit your muscle health. Additionally, Olive oil and avocado oil are healthier alternatives to omega-6 rich vegetable oils and are perfect for cooking. By reducing your consumption of processed foods and balancing your fat intake with healthy, whole food options, you'll support your muscles and overall health. Your muscles will be less likely to break down from chronic inflammation, and you'll be giving your body the nutrients it needs to recover, grow, and stay strong. 6. Sugar. It's no secret that sugar is a huge part of the modern diet. From soft drinks to snacks, it's easy to consume more sugar than we realize. But what you may not know is that the added sugars found in processed foods and beverages are silently contributing to muscle loss. At first glance, sugar may seem harmless, and it's something we all enjoy in moderation. However, the problem arises when we regularly consume high amounts of added sugars found in sugary drinks, desserts, and processed snacks. These sugars are quickly absorbed into the bloodstream, causing an immediate spike in blood sugar levels, which triggers the release of insulin. While insulin helps regulate blood sugar, when it's constantly elevated from frequent sugar intake, it can have long-term consequences for muscle health. Chronic high blood sugar levels trigger an inflammatory response in the body. Inflammation is the body's natural way of protecting itself, but when it's prolonged, it can become harmful. Elevated sugar levels lead to oxidative stress and inflammation that directly affects muscle tissue. Inflammatory cytokines can interfere with the muscle repair process, slowing recovery and hindering muscle growth. This persistent inflammation can break down muscle tissue over time, causing muscle mass to decrease. Excess sugar can also affect your physical performance. High sugar levels create energy imbalances in the body. While sugar provides a quick energy boost, it's often followed by an energy crash that leaves you feeling fatigued. This depletion of energy can make it harder to perform high-intensity workouts or strength training sessions, which are crucial for building and maintaining muscle mass. The lack of energy can prevent you from maximizing your workout potential, further hindering muscle growth. Another issue with excess sugar is its tendency to promote fat storage. When consumed in large quantities, sugar can be converted into fat, especially visceral fat that accumulates around your abdominal organs. This fat not only increases your risk for various health conditions, but it also contributes to muscle loss. When excess fat is stored in the body, it can release chemicals that interfere with the muscle building process, making it harder to gain or maintain lean muscle mass. To combat the impact of sugar on muscle health, it's important to manage your intake, especially when it comes to added sugars found in processed foods and sugary drinks. One strategy is to opt for natural sweeteners like honey, maple syrup, or stevia when you need a sweet fix. These alternatives tend to have a lower glycemic index and may have additional health benefits, like antioxidants, that support overall muscle health. Instead of reaching for processed snacks loaded with added sugars, focus on whole foods that provide a steady source of energy without the sugar crash. Whole fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and complex carbohydrates will support muscle health without spiking your blood sugar levels. Another useful tip is to read food labels carefully, as added sugars are often hidden in processed foods under various names like corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, or cane sugar. Choosing products with little to no added sugars is crucial for protecting muscle mass. Incorporating protein-rich foods in each meal is also essential for counteracting the effects of sugar on muscle mass. Protein helps rebuild muscle tissue and supports recovery after exercise. Foods like chicken, fish, eggs, legumes, and tofu are excellent sources of protein that can support your muscle-building efforts. Finally, staying hydrated and avoiding sugary drinks like sodas and energy drinks can help keep your muscles in top shape. These drinks contribute significantly to muscle loss due to their high sugar content, so opting for water, herbal teas, or natural fruit-infused water is a better choice for maintaining overall muscle health. By reducing your intake of added sugars and making better food choices, you can protect your muscle mass and ensure that your body has the nutrients it needs to stay strong and healthy. Remember, balance is key. By being mindful of your sugar consumption, you can avoid the long-term damage caused by sugar's hidden effects on your muscles. 7. Monosodium glutamate, MSG. Monosodium glutamate, MSG, a common ingredient used to enhance flavor in processed foods, can have some surprising and undesirable effects on your body, especially when it comes to muscle health. Often found in everything from fast food to packaged snacks, MSG is a flavor enhancer that has become a staple in many culinary dishes, particularly in Asian cuisine and processed snacks. However, if you're serious about maintaining muscle mass, it might be time to reconsider your relationship with this ingredient. MSG is known for its ability to stimulate the taste buds, making foods taste richer and more savory. But it does more than just that. It has the potential to interfere with muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body builds new muscle tissue. Research suggests that consuming MSG may trigger a cascade of biological responses in your body that contribute to muscle degeneration. In particular, MSG has been shown to increase oxidative stress, a condition where free radicals damage healthy cells and tissues. This oxidative damage can affect muscle fibers, causing them to break down faster than they can regenerate, ultimately leading to muscle loss over time. Another concerning issue with MSG is its potential to increase the levels of glutamate in your body. Glutamate is an excitatory neurotransmitter that plays a critical role in brain function and muscle contraction. When consumed in excess, glutamate can overstimulate the nervous system, leading to an excessive release of calcium within muscle cells. This might sound like a good thing, but when calcium is constantly released into muscle fibers, it can cause muscle fatigue, weakening the muscles over time. In fact, this overstimulation can result in muscle spasms, cramps, and even muscle atrophy or muscle wasting when exposure is prolonged. One of the major concerns with MSG is its presence in processed foods. Unlike fresh whole foods, which require minimal processing and are naturally packed with the nutrients necessary for muscle building, like proteins, vitamins, and minerals, many packaged or fast foods rely on MSG to boost flavor without adding any nutritional value. Over time, if you're consuming these processed foods regularly, you may find that your muscle health declines. Not only are you missing out on the key nutrients your muscles need to thrive, but you're also exposing your body to the negative effects of MSG, which could accelerate muscle loss in the long term. MSG can also affect your metabolism. Consuming MSG can lead to an imbalance in your insulin response, which in turn affects how your body processes carbohydrates and stores fat. This altered metabolic process can lead to increased fat storage, while muscle mass remains static or even decreases. As your body stores more fat and less muscle, your body's natural ability to burn fat diminishes, further exacerbating muscle loss. So, how do you protect yourself from the harmful effects of MSG on your muscles? First, read labels carefully. MSG can be hiding in many food products under different names, such as autolyzed yeast extract, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, or simply flavor enhancers. Avoiding foods with these ingredients will go a long way in safeguarding your muscle mass. Instead, focus on cooking with fresh ingredients and using natural flavor enhancers like garlic, herbs, and spices. Second, it's important to focus on nutrient-dense foods that support muscle recovery and growth. Lean proteins such as chicken, turkey, and fish, along with plenty of leafy greens, complex carbohydrates, and healthy fats, will provide your muscles with the building blocks they need to stay strong. Opting for whole, unprocessed foods is a surefire way to avoid MSG and ensure that your muscles are receiving the nutrition they need. And there you have it, the common ingredients that may be secretly contributing to muscle loss, even if you didn't realize it. By becoming aware of these sneaky culprits, you can make more informed choices about what goes into your body and take charge of your muscle health. If this video helped you recognize hidden threats to your muscle mass, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. We always love reading your feedback. And don't forget to subscribe for more insightful tips to help you stay strong and healthy. Until next time, remember, protecting your muscles starts with the choices you make today. Stay informed, stay strong, and we'll catch you in the next video.